guys, it's Megan and today I'm gonna go over my custom palettes with you guys because I am a single eyeshadow lover and I love reorganizing my eyeshadows into these palettes. I have like MAC palettes and I have a lot of empty ones too, and I just kind of wanted to go over how I've reorganized them because I just did it right now. I was really in the like organizational mood, so I went through all my eyeshadows and I have a pile of stuff that I'm going to be decluttering, and I'll do a video going over all that stuff. But I also reorganized and just put them into different palettes, made it work for me better with the collection I have right at this moment. And that is my like purpose of this video, is if you have like single pan eyeshadows and you have like Z palettes or different like customizable palettes like these MAC palettes, which are amazing. I have ones in all different sizes. I have 2 pans, 4 pans, 6 pans, and even 9 pans of these customizable MAC palettes, and these are some of my favorite purchases ever because you can see through it, it magnetizes shut, and all of these like grids come out so you can clean it, which I need to do, and just be able to access your shadows better. You can pop them out easily by popping this out and then taking it out. And I just realized I have carbon in here. Let me just show you how to take out the eyeshadow. It blended in because it's all black, but on the back it just has this little hole. You just push it through, push your finger through it, and it just pops out. So it's really, really easy. But these are awesome if you are a single eyeshadow lover. Like, I only buy pan eyeshadows now. So I also have little palettes from ColourPop that I recently got, and my hands are so covered, like under my nails there's just like eyeshadow everywhere. You can get these palettes from ColourPop when you buy 4 of their single pan shadows, but I actually emptied both of these in preference of the clear see-through MAC palettes and also my Z palettes. So I would just really recommend going through your single eyeshadows and reorganizing them sometimes, because I don't even realize half the stuff I own, and it's because I don't go through it enough and I don't just like take a good look and organize it in a way that I would use my products more. So I have, let's see, I have 5 different eyeshadow palettes and 4 of them are like my customizable ones. I will say that I do tend to reach for my 9 pan Z palettes as opposed to my MAC 9 pans, because as you can see it's a lot larger. The MAC is a lot larger. So I just find that I reach for these little square ones from Z palette. This is a Sephora one and this is just like their normal black one, but this is my go-to everyday eyeshadow palette, and all the shades look very, very similar and it's all very neutral, but that's because that's what I wear the most. But I love this palette because I have a matte brow bone shade. This is Blanc type. And then I have a shimmery inner corner shade, which is Urban Decay Sellout. And so that just kind of covers my bases if I want a matte inner corner or like a matte brow bone, or if I want a shimmery inner corner or a shimmery brow bone. Then I have this darker brown, and this is Ground Brown, and it's just a like neutral matte dark brown, and it just can be as liner. You can do it in your crease, whatever you want. And then my middle line is like lid shade. So I have Makeup Geek Prom Night, which is a better dupe of Satin Taupe. Like, it is better than Satin Taupe because it's more pigmented. And then we have, this is my newest one from ColourPop. It's called Boxer. Then we have another MAC shade. This is Sable, and it's more of like a rosy toned. And then my bottom line is all of my transition shades. So I have Quarry, which is more of a purpley transition. Then I have Soft Brown, which is a warm, and then I have Kid, which is my most used favorite eyeshadow ever, and it's a neutral. So I'll swatch this whole palette for you guys so you can see just why it's my everyday go-to palette. So here is that full palette swatched in the order that I mentioned them. and they're not like crazy colors or anything. This is just my absolute go-to. Has pretty much every look that I would want to do in the neutral family, and so I love to travel with this. I love to just have this on my vanity, and it's definitely my most used eyeshadows. Then the Z palette that I put together today is my colorful eyeshadows, and I think this is so exciting because it just, like, how inspiring is that just to look at it and be like, oh my god, I could do so many colorful looks or pops of color with my eyeshadows, and it just makes me happy to look at it. So I have my purples, warm tones, and then like greens and blues. That's how I organized it. And I have Ardency and Royal. This is ColourPop Prowlin, and that's ColourPop Howlin. Then we have Lay Low by ColourPop, Goddess by Makeup Geek. This is the one they sent me accidentally. This is Board Shorts by ColourPop. This is, wow, I had these memorized for like one day and then I forgot all of them. La Playa by ColourPop, Formation by ColourPop, and this is Two Piece, I believe. Yes, Two Piece by ColourPop. So a lot of these are my new ColourPop shades, and they just make me so excited and so inspired. So I'll swatch this for you guys as well. So this is my colorful, like, rainbow palette in the order that I talked about them. And oh my god, it just makes me so happy to look at it. And it's all shades that I would use because, like I said, I bought them individually, so I know I love these shades, and they are just so happy and fun. Like, compared to my neutral palette, they're pretty damn awesome. Even though I love my neutrals and never would say anything bad about them, this is just like hella fun times over here. So that is my newest like organization, and I did switch this palette up a little bit too. So those are my Z palettes. Then I have my little duo, which I actually use for my eyebrows. So if I want to use powder in my eyebrows, I use Swiss Chocolate by MAC, and then this is Vanilla by MAC, and it is just a matte, like, pale color with shimmers in it, but the shimmers really don't show up, so I just use that either all over or as a brow bone highlight. And so I just like to keep this for traveling, or just really to have them both together, so I know this is my eyebrow duo. Then I have a palette that I really like for kind of like fall, winter. This is Plumage by MAC, and it's a deep teal, and it is so stunning. It's so pigmented and so stunning. This is Nylon by MAC, which my subscriber Tony sent me like years ago, and it's the most like blinding inner corner highlight ever. Then we have two shades by Makeup Geek. This is Bitten and Cupcake, and I love wearing these together, but separately they're gorgeous as well. So this palette, I don't reach for too much, but when I do, I always love the look that turns out. So that is Cupcake and Bitten. I usually pair Bitten and Cupcake together, and then Plumage is just a really pretty, like, either outer corner or all over for a smoky eye. So really, I love that combination. Then this is kind of my catch-all for the rest of my shadows, and I guess I'll throw Matte Carbon, that I just rediscovered, into here. But I didn't really have anywhere to put the rest of these shades, to be honest. So I have this shade by ColourPop, which, what is this? And oh, there goes that one. Pop that out and then push it out to see what the shade name is. This is Sideline by ColourPop, and it's definitely more of a brown, even though it looks green in the pan. So it's a green with a really strong like brown shift. So it is more of a neutral than a green. So I didn't know where to really put it with all my other stuff. This is a wonderful one shadow look. This is Brown Script. It is so freaking pigmented, you guys. Like, look at that. It's definitely powdery, but look how pigmented that is. It's insane. It makes the richest warm eyeshadow look ever. It is freaking amazing. I love that. This is Concrete, which is a cooler tone deep brown, and I honestly don't use this too much. It is kind of like a concrete shade. That's like honestly the perfect name for it, but I don't really reach for that too much, and I know these swatches are horrible, but my hands are covered and I don't know where to put the rest of these. And then finally we have Carbon, which is MAC's matte black, and it's honestly, it does the trick. I don't usually use matte black, but I don't buy any others because I have this one and I rediscovered it just now in this video. But this is kind of my, I don't know where to put these eyeshadows palette. So that is all of my custom eyeshadow palettes. I love these. They work for me so well. I really don't buy palettes because I don't use most of the shades. The most recent palette, like pre-made, that I bought is this MAC Patrick Star Glam AF palette, and this is like the perfect everyday eyeshadow look. It's what I'm wearing today, and I filmed a get ready with me on this look, so I'll link it below if you're interested to see how I created it. But it's literally the easiest eyeshadow palette ever. So that's a pre-made one that I bought, but usually I go the single eyeshadow route and just put my palettes together. And since I have so many different like amounts and sizes and shapes of palettes, I can really make them exactly how I want them. And if I wanted to put some colorful shadows and some neutrals, I could do that if I'm traveling or want a specific look. And I just really enjoy reorganizing my eyeshadows and putting them in a way that I will really utilize them the most. So for all of you single eyeshadow lovers, I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe get inspired to reorganize or at least look through your custom palettes and put them in a way that you will really enjoy. Maybe make some looks that you like to do, like with this palette, I love to use these two shades together, use Nylon as my inner corner, maybe deepen it up with Plumage. So this is like a look in a palette for me. And then my everyday palette, I just go ham with that. Then like I said, I use this little one for my eyebrows. So there's a lot you can do with customizable eyeshadow palettes, and if you haven't purchased a Z palette or one of these MAC palettes and you have single eyeshadows, I really recommend it because you can customize it to exactly what you want. So thanks you guys so much for watching and bearing with my crazy swatches, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you really soon. Bye!